What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Diamond Club podcast. I am John Hunter. This is Chris Leif, and this is my man, Danny the Pitchman Hart. Boys, what is up?
What's going on, gentlemen?
How you guys doing? I know probably looks like Jeff Bezos kidnapped me, but I promise I'm okay. That's something that someone kidnapped would say, but swear I'm fine. I'm just in the process of moving.
Dan, your last couple of days have probably been the most insane days I've ever heard of.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, in the last 3 days, you lost your lunchbox. You lost your
lunchbox, my work bag. Then my car.
Your car.
And all in the process of moving. So it's been smooth. Hasn't been bad. It's this karma, dude, for me trying to leave Philly.
Now, did you find your car yet?
Absolutely not. I do have a rental, so I'm back on the road. But
what are they saying? Are they believing that you could possibly get it back soon?
They told me, the cops pretty much just said, we'll contact you if we find the car. My insurance then called me and said, hey, I don't know if the cops didn't put it in yet, but it's not in our active stolen vehicle database, which is cool, I guess. They said either it's found or they didn't start looking for it yet. I'm like, all right, well. So I had to go get myself a rental, but it's all good.
Oh, man. That sucks, man.
Shouldn't have tried to leave. First time ever trying to leave Philly, all of a sudden all kinds of shit starts happening.
No, I mean, and this is the classic bullshit that happens, You try to do something good for yourself, and instead, God just says, nah, fuck off.
Larry Krasner pulls me right the fuck back in.
I'm almost positive Larry Krasner stole your car.
I think he did. And if he didn't, he's just going to let them walk away free anyway. Who cares?
Yeah. And it's wild. Fuck this. But I mean, we've seen an emergence in the Philadelphia Phillies recently. I mean, there's a lot of they're winning games. I mean,
and
that's something
resilient.
We can't deny. That's something we can't deny. They are winning baseball games, and it might not it sucks because we're going to. And I don't know if you guys watch any post game. Do you guys watch any post game or anything like that?
Yeah, I do.
I do sometimes. I get aggravated with Michael Barkan and Ricky Bottalico, so I try to stay away so I don't throw something at the TV.
So this is what it is. Ricky Bottalico and my one buddy, shout out to Sean Devlin, he said this to me yesterday, and he was like, I'm sure Ricky Bottalico is going to have some, crazy thing to say. He literally, after they came back last night, which was a wild game. That game was insane that they were even able to come back in that game. He then decides to just trash them for the first part of that game, but how they didn't score runs, stuff like that. Like for Wheeler's ridiculously good start. Wheeler went 7 innings, 10 strikeouts again. Yeah. Absolute gem from him again. And I mean, he's throwing like fucking DeGrom and Cole right now. That's where
it's them two. It's Cole, DeGrom, Corbin Burns, and Wheeler, the only 4 pitchers with a 2 F4.
Like, that's crazy, dude. Like that. Yeah. Like if you would have told me, I mean, I probably would have believed you. But like if you told me, that Nola would be the clear cut number 2 here.
Yeah, at this point, it's not even a question.
I didn't see that coming, but I mean, I believe in Wheeler, and I always have believed in Wheeler. So like, you got that going on. Fucking Odubel Herrera has an 8-game hitting streak right now.
The fucking all-star.
It's
all we have to do is talk shit on people, and they just come through. So
yeah, I mean, all he's got to do is get suspended, beat the shit out of somebody, and then move on. You know what I mean? And maybe, and then we all just have to move on. And maybe
let me try something here. My car fucking sucks. I hope I never find it.
I hope you never see it again. Yeah.
With the way we reverse drink shit, it's probably going to pull up.
We are the
show up in front of my house.
We are the reverse drink kings.
It's going to be like Bumblebee in Transformers when it just shows up on his lawn.
Yeah, dude.
I don't have a lawn.
Crazy. So this is so then we got fucking Odubel Herrera playing great. Then if you even go even deeper into this team, you have Nick Maton, who has just been on a fucking roll right now. Don't really understand the decision not to play him tonight. I mean, I guess Ronald. I guess you want to give him maybe a day off. I can only assume.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
the
he
reason.
has been playing a ton. I get that, but
Yeah, I mean, he's your best hitter. He's been one of your best hitters against lefties, which is crazy because he is left-handed.
He's a 565, I think, slugging or 656 slugging, something ridiculous. And Girardi pre-game said that they asked him about it. Why is Torres in the starting lineup? Why is Maton sitting? And he mentioned that Rogers throws sweeping curveballs as a left-handed pitcher. And then he said, we don't want to keep Torres on the bench too long. Like,
1 second. 1 second, Dan. 1 second. TKN rises. I never, ever, 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 ever said the word ace when I mentioned Noah. Ace, we've talked about this in previous shows. Ace means a little bit something different to me. I don't just throw that word out there. I said number one or number two. That there's a difference between that. He's not an ace.
Yeah.
Wheeler's not an ace.
So far this year, he's pitching as an ace, but Wheeler, not Noah.
Moving on. Sorry.
So,
but Nick Maton's been playing great. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, and he's in big spots too. He's like continues to come up big. He's like he doesn't shy away from the situation at all. Doesn't seem to be nervous whatsoever. He just has the same approach. He doesn't really try doing too much. Doesn't overswing. Just like he's just a decent ball player right now. Just you can't really knock him for anything.
So you got that going on, which has just been great for this team. I mean, he's been an absolute stud. He's been a bright spot on this team.
Absolutely.
There's been a lot of negative shit that's been going on with the team as well. I mean, we have Didi Gregorius who went on to the IL. I'm sorry.
The injuries are insane.
Who else did I just see?
The whole NL East is ridiculous.
Jojo Romero's done.
Yeah, Jojo Romero's now he's out for the year. He's getting Tommy John surgery. That's huge. Yeah. I mean, it's not huge, but that's a bullpen piece. That's one of the guys that you were sort of relying on to be there this year.
Especially, he's a lefty. He's one of the two lefties, so they're going to wind up. They're going to have to go make a move and get a veteran, legit left-handed pitcher.
Is Sir Anthony ever coming back?
I don't think so. I think he had a setback.
Okay, because I know he was on the 60-day DL. I just didn't know.
I think they wanted him to get Tommy John, and he said no.
Yeah,
he wanted to rest it and see if it would be okay, which I don't think is
because that always works.
Yeah.
And then Kingery's on the DL, IL, whatever.
I mean, it really explains a lot. I feel like he's been on the IL this whole year.
Yeah, like you said, I'm pretty sure you said that he's had a concussion for 32 months.
Yeah, I'm almost positive he's had a concussion for the last 5 years.
Yeah,
so.
he signed his contract, walked on a pole, reading it, and hasn't been the same since. He had a decent season too that 1 year. It's a shame.
Yeah, and that's. What just happened?
Is that my car outside?
No, that was my phone. I'm sorry.
Oh shit!
All good.
But
all good.
Wishful thinking.
But yeah, man. There's definitely been a huge step. There's step backs, but this team is somehow still winning.
Yeah, especially with injuries all along the board. Oh my god, all along the board, we're just getting all kinds of. It's like we really haven't had our projected lineup in a long time. It's been a couple people here are out a couple days. Like JT's been out, Harper was out, Didi's been out, Segura missed some time. Thank God Maton can fill either middle infield spot. He has been really big. And that's it kind of is weird. We're so frustrating with Girardi. Half the time he's making bozo mistakes and they're still above 500. They're still winning games.
I said this yesterday too. I mean, lineup construction has been obviously my big bugaboo with this entire team. And I've been saying that pretty consistently all year. And I felt as if yesterday was their best lineup construction I've seen, or at least the closest they've gotten to being the best.
They didn't have JT, so yeah.
No, they allowed Rhys Hoskins to back cleanup, which I feel as if that's been where he's been perfect. He should be perfect at.
Yep.
He's been more of a contact hitter this year than he's been.
He's more aggressive. Yeah. He hasn't been taking those walks.
Yeah. He's not. His at-bats have not been the same as they've been his entire career. He's usually he takes a lot of pitches. He gets walks. He's not doing that this year.
Complete opposite. He's being aggressive as hell, and that's why, like we talked about, it made no sense for him batting second. Like you can't have that aggressive, like doesn't take pitch. I mean, then again, Segura's batting second now, and he's kind of the same way. But Segura at least gets a lot of hits.
And see, right now that looks fine right now.
Yeah,
because he's getting on. But what happens when the ball stops falling?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's where I get a little bit nervous with him being the number two hitter.
Yeah,
he's not a 2-hitter in that regard. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I don't really mind McCutchen batting leadoff right now. I think he's been doing very well. He's getting on base. He's doing what he's got to do. Harper could bat 2. I think that makes more sense, and it's still a good spot for him. I mean, again, I've wanted Harper 1 or 2 the whole year, and it hasn't happened. He's continuously batting 3, and it really hasn't. What has it really done for him? Him batting 3 or 4. Him batting in that spot doesn't do shit for him. So why not just invade your lineup
with McCutchen the way he's playing now? I think he's 6th in the MLB in walks. I think he has like 28 walks or something.
Yeah, like
with him getting on base a ton now at leadoff, Harper batting second makes that much more sense. Like instant like run scoring threat right there, and then throw JT 3rd and Hoskins 4th. Like that would be perfect right now.
And that's fine, and that's completely fine. I think that's becoming more and more where I think this lineup should go. And if that's the case, then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them trying to. But he needs what he needs. I feel like Joe Girardi just continuously, as far as he's winning, they're winning games. So I cannot take that away from him. It's almost like the situation that's going on in Chicago with the White Sox. Tony La Russa. Exactly. See what I mean? It's just like
was a bomb too. Uncle Larry, what up, baby?
Uncle Larry.
I got my Uncle Larry shirt on today.
He's crossed one.
405 feet.
Did he round third yet?
I just looked back when you started talking. I didn't see the rock paper scissors.
He had paper.
Did he lose?
With the dust he had. He's not doing well with rock paper scissors this year.
McCutchen isn't. He's lost like 7 games.
Yeah, I think he was like 0-3 and 3 or something.
Yeah, he does not have whatever he had. I know he hasn't won one yet.
Yeah, I think he was 0-3 and 3 or 0-2 and 4 or something. Want to become famous? What is going on here?
That sounds yeah, we want to be famous.
I'll click on that. I'll get on fucking fat virus on this computer. My wife's. I don't care.
Yeah. And there you go, my Uncle Larry out here hitting bombs, and this is what we need. This is what we need.
Yeah, he's playing very well with everything. I mean, the walk on base, but he's hitting home runs. It's not like he's just got up there to try to take in a base. Like he's just playing really well right now. And
we also, and you know me, I'm not somebody who's just going to give out confidence to Joe Girardi. To his credit, he did say McCutchen is a slow starter. Yeah, he's an historically slow starter, and he still believes that he should be leading off, and he stuck to his guns, and look what happened. You know what I mean? I think
McCutchen. I think he dropped him down for a game or 2,
right?
But that was it. Like I think he dropped him down like 6 or 7, but
right. And that's the thing is like when we first started doing this show, we were sitting there, we're saying we're not against. We're not rooting against him. We just want the best for our team.
Yeah, and that's been my biggest thing is I don't necessarily believe that they put their best product out there every night, and that's also frustrating for me. It's like I think this team could win. Realistically, this team could probably win 92 games if they put their best lineup out there. Again, I don't think this right now. They're not a 90-win team. They're not a 90-win team at all.
But they should be because the East is like just dying. Like people are just getting hurt left and right. Like the pitcher from the Braves, he had a bad outing, so he punched the wall and broke his hand.
He was on fire too.
And it was one of their best pitchers. Pretty much.
He was one of their best hitters.
Right, he's got a grand slam.
It was
Like,
his bat, his whole thing, his slugging percentage and all. I was like, what the hell is going? Like, we got a little Otani over here. I didn't want him to be in our division.
He was
No,
a Robert. He was a Robert Person of the Braves, and that's
Dude, that was like one of my
that's-
earliest memories of baseball is him hitting 2 home runs in the same game, 7 RBIs or whatever.
so I want to bring up 2 things non-Phillies related. Otani is ridiculous. Can we just like?
Yeah, he's freak of nature.
He's like tied with Max Scherzer for the lead in ERA, and he's tied.
He leads in it. Yeah, home runs
in American League. Like,
yeah, it's stupid what he does.
And then, can we get off the whole swinging 3-0 pitch? Like, I'm so over Tony La Russa. I'm glad that dude Lance Lynn called him out. Like, no, like, stop it.
Well, he's losing his team,
dude. And Lance Lynn is one of his pitchers.
Yeah. I know.
That's what.
And even Tim Anderson and Mercedes were on Twitter like bullshitting too. Like he lost the team already, kind of. So it's going to be interesting to see.
If you want to hear about all of the how much we hate this old dinosaur baseball lover, tune in tomorrow to the Frozen Road podcast where me and Danny will discuss dinosaur baseball.
Yeah, that's. I just wanted to get on that real quick because, like I said, I'm like people are like like the old school. I'm like this dude sent out rooted out players in the '80s, and he's worried about swinging on. Get the hell out of here! Get out of here!
He on the low. He on the low was able to save baseball and make everyone hate it all at the same time.
Oh yeah,
he has definitely brought unity into the sport right now. Everybody hates him. The memes are great too. It's like that one thing I've seen. It said it's not the first time that he's mishandled a Mercedes because of his DUI. Like I was like, that's Jesus Christ, dude. That's just great comedy. That's just I like it. And then when he throws out the first pitch and they switch it over, edit it to Mercedes just crushing his first pitch over the wall. Like it's just good stuff.
I mean, again, I'll bring a lot of this stuff up tomorrow, but like the one thing that really annoys me about all of it is if you don't want that shit to happen, don't lose 15-4.
Trevor Bauer said it the best. Be better. I saw
something that, really like stuck it out even more to me. So when arbitration comes and they look at Mercedes' numbers, they're going to look at his numbers and they're going to see a home run, right?
Right.
When they look at was it Astudillo, whatever the fuck his name is, I forget what they call him, whatever his nickname is.
It's like the turtle in Spanish, right?
El Tortuga or something like that.
El Tortuga or something, something like that.
Yeah, so El Tortuga. So he's also an offensive player.
Yeah. Doesn't affect him in arbitration.
When they look at his arbitration stuff, they're going to see nothing about pitching.
Exactly.
Because he's not a pitcher.
So it doesn't affect him negatively, and it affects Mercedes positively. So it's ridiculous to criticize that.
So exactly. That's where I draw the line there. It's like you're telling this guy, like someone said it's bad for baseball because they were just trying to get the game over with. All right, so if he walks him, the game's still not over.
Yeah, it'll take longer for him to throw 5 pitches and walk, or just spark one and run around the bases real quick.
If anything, him hitting the ball is what you want him to do.
Yeah.
If it goes over the fence, it goes over the fence. These guys
more times
per hour over the middle of the fucking plate.
More times than not, they don't hit home runs. You overswing, you pop up. Like usually when you swing, you get the outs. If you just let this dude throw the ball, he's probably going to walk 10 people. Like it's ridiculous.
No doubt, and I think that's where people need to lighten up and really look at this situation. Like, you got guys who consistently say stuff like, "Oh, he deserves." Hold on, he's making money. He doesn't care what you're. Yeah, he doesn't. He don't give a fuck about your feelings, and he shouldn't.
Rookie,
and he shouldn't care. Absolutely, like exactly. Like, and people are so upset about this is how the game should be played. This is how the game should be played. It's again, you're ending that conversation when you say the word game. It's a fucking game
with no time clock.
It's with no time. Game.
that they're lucky enough to like. Why do I have to sit there and allow myself? What is it supposed to do? Just sit there and strike out? Sit there with the bat
Then
on the
what's the
shoulder the whole
point?
fucking time?
Then
Because you're
you're
not competing.
you're treading into a weird like time in sports where if like that becomes more of an issue, then as a manager just gonna be able to be like, all right, we're done. We don't want to like we concede the loss. We know we can't come back because like what
So
the fuck? What else? Like that's what it is at that point. If you just want people to go up there and strike out, then just fucking walk off the field. It's stupid.
damn, dude.
Oh, John just
Can you hear
disappeared.
me? No, I didn't. Did you hear me?
I can hear you, but I think you're
Yeah, we
power
can hear
went
you.
out.
We can't see you.
All right. So Jack Fritz finally just got back to me after a long, long period of never getting back to me.
Did you just turn your lights off, dude? He's going to start swinging on you.
No,
Bob and weave.
He said. On 2/19/21,
Damn.
Jack Fritz said Zach Eflin is closer to being an ace level. Is closer to being ace level than an above average starter. I tweeted at him and said, "You're closer to being a ball boy than a GM." And he tweeted back to me and said he liked it and then said, "Yikes."
Oh god!
Exactly 3 months to the day.
Yeah.
How do you
for
even find that? Like
I don't know.
how
That
does
was
he even
impressive.
see that? It's weird.
I'm so happy that he saw it though.
I know. Now you can get your interaction in.
He knows that I'm on to him now.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. I'm so happy he saw that. This is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we got the shout out on during the game last week, so that was a win.
Yeah, we got McCarthy, and now John got his boy Jeff Fritz.
Yeah.
So things are looking bright.
Yeah, I think
Hey,
he's
listen,
starting.
and not to brag, but we're blowing up on TikTok. Not that anyone cares.
I'll take it.
I'll take all the W's we can.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's all about having fun and talking baseball.
So, one of the topics we do want to talk about was Bryson Stott in the minors right now.
Ridiculous.
He is. I don't have the numbers directly right in front of me, but I know that he's got like a 4-something slugging percentage right now. He is just absolutely tearing the fucking cover of the ball. What does he have? Like a 194 or something WRC plus?
Like 195 WRC plus.
That's unbelievable. Like
He has a 28% walk rate, which is ridiculous. I'm looking it up now.
Is his K rate still high?
30%.
Yeah,
I know it was 30.
Yeah, his K rate. I knew that because it was like he had just as many walks as strikeouts.
Yeah, that's
yeah. So his walk rate's 26.9. His K rate's 30.8, which is ridiculous. But 462 on base, ridiculous. 605 slugging for a 1067 OPS, and what was it? I think it was a 195 WRC. Let's see.
Yeah, it's stupid numbers.
Yeah. I mean, he only has one double, but he has 4 home runs, 13. And this is only in 12 games. He has 4 home runs, 4 homers, 13 runs, 14 walks. Like his numbers are ridiculous. 195 WRC plus. Like that's it.
Right. It looks like right now he is one of the best true outcome players in baseball.
Yeah.
In the minor leagues, at least the three true
Yeah.
outcomes. I mean, right now the best. I saw that the best. Me and you've been talking about this about Yasmani Grandal.
Yeah.
How he is right now the best 3 true outcome player in all of baseball.
I think he's 82%, which is fucking nonsense.
Well, another big thing is like when we talked about this in the group chat, we talked about his batting average is only 217, which it's blind when you look at it.
Stott?
When we talk now, it's 263, so it went up 46 points. So that like this kid's like legit, like he's playing good ball. Like it's time to put him in AA. Put him at Reading, let him get some at bats there.
Yeah,
give him 20, 20 games there, and then give him 20 games, and give him the rest of the season in Lehigh as long as he is still progressing at Reading.
His numbers are showing more and more how little average truly means. and like how it doesn't necessarily correlate to how good of an offensive player you are.
Yeah, like it's
still
higher now, but last week when it was 217, everything else was the same. He just happens to be getting lucky hits now.
Yeah,
but,
now he's getting Now he's getting
Exactly.
luck. Now he's getting luck on top of it, which is also good. Which also ends up happening when you are able to actually put contact on the baseball. So if he can get that K rate down, like I don't know, like if he can get that K rate down 10%,
I was gonna say if he 20% would be great.
20% K hitter. I mean, you're probably looking at a guy who's batting probably about 260 at the end of the year, 130 WRC plus, maybe hit you fucking 20 home runs. You're looking at a pretty solid shortstop in your minor league system right now. A young shortstop in your minor league system right now that can do a lot of damage for you in years to come. I'm very optimistic about Bryson Stott. I've been over the last couple of years, and obviously I know Bryce Harper is because that's like his little brother, and we've talked about that again. You know, like there's a lot of people who are pretty high on this guy, and it almost makes me nervous that he's playing well because I know Dave.
Send his A somewhere.
Obviously I've said this numerous times. I'm a fan of the Red Sox, so I know Dave Dombrowski. I know what Dave Dombrowski does. The dude just sends players away. I mean, the Red Sox at one point had Michael Kopech and
Moncada.
What's his name? Yeah, Moncada. They traded them. He traded both.
Chris Sale. Yeah.
Chris Sale. Which don't get me wrong, Chris Sale ended up winning them a World Series, but the problem is you're trading he trades prospects. That's what he does. That's his move.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, and that's just where he's going to be.
And our two best prospects, Stott and Spencer Howard, are both playing very well right now. So if there's a time to ship them for Dombrowski, he's on the phone right now, definitely.
Like he right now, like Spencer Howard, he's ridiculous. He's pitched in, he started 3 games. He's gone 9 innings. He's given up 3 hits, 1 home run, 13 strikeouts and no walks. I'm sorry, 5 walks. I apologize. That's crazy.
Like, his numbers have been really good. I mean,
and his whip is .89. So it's
yeah. I mean, he's been pitching very well. I don't know what he is going forward this year because I don't think they're going to let him even get a chance to go 6 innings in games. His pitch count, he does walk people. He does get in a lot of bad counts, so his pitch count does rise fast. And like this year, I don't know where Spencer Howard fits, but he's been pitching well for the amount of innings he's pitching.
This is what they need to do with Spencer Howard, though. They need to bring him up. If they bring him up right now, do what a lot of good teams do. Let him start in the bullpen.
Yeah,
you've seen that happen. You've seen young players like him come up just to get him innings, just to get him out there, get him. The number one thing, and Dan, you know this, for a pitcher is confidence.
Yeah,
you show that confidence in him in big situations or even just situations in general. You let him go out there and stop an inning from bleeding, and he goes out there, does his job, comes off the mound. That's a huge thing for him, and it could be and then next year you see where he's at, and as far as his location, you could easily make him a starting pitcher next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of like with David Price back in the day.
Absolutely, and look what happened to him. David Price became one of the best pitchers in baseball. Has a Cy Young award. He's very decorated. He's got 2 World Series, 1 World Series. Last year didn't really count for him. It didn't count for him at all. But that's one of those. That's one of those things there.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, you could always bring him up. He can take Vinny Velasquez's spot, and we can put Vinny in the outfield.
I can't believe that's that prevalent on social media that people want him in the outfield or wanted him in the outfield the other day.
Yeah, that being a thing is probably the most ridiculous thing I ever heard.
And it's like, we get it. Like you throw it around there as a joke and all, because he's obviously been out there. He made a great throw from the outfield, and he's okay with the bat for a pitcher. But like the fact that people are dead serious, like as an option to put him out there, it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
and he hasn't been pitching bad either. He's been pitching well. Like obviously we all highly doubted anything that he could do. But I think his last 3 games, I think he has 1 earned run in each game. And I think they're all happen to be a solo home run. Hasn't been walking too many people, and he's been getting through 5 innings, 6 innings. Like, he's been pitching well. So he's been a bright spot, especially with Matt Moore, the Matt Moore debacle. Like, Vinny stepping up, that's been huge for this team.
Absolutely. I mean, that's where they need him. They need that. They don't need him to be. I think that was also something that he was like kind of like branded as. They needed him to have these. He had that one complete game where he struck out 16
straight. Yeah.
And I think that
was the worst thing that happened to him.
Of course, his most successful day was probably the worst day of his career.
Yep.
Because people expected more and more like that out of him.
He expected more out of himself.
That'll never happen for him again. He's not that guy.
We don't need him to be.
No, you need him to be the guy who's able to just get you through a couple innings. What they needed Chase Anderson, what they thought they signed Chase Anderson to be this year was that 5-inning guy. He gets you 5 innings on like a Sunday or like a Saturday, you know, where your team just really just came up with a nice week of tough series or whatever, and you need him just to throw a couple innings. That's what they needed, and VInny V's giving it to him right now, and you can't deny that.
Yeah, I mean, Chase Anderson too. The last game he pitched obviously was awful outcome, but the defense was so bad. Like, watching that game, like, I was so frustrated. Like, obviously Anderson didn't pitch great, but he had so many plays that should have been made, and it was just like ridiculous watching. It was like we looked like a peanut league team, like not even Department Rec. We looked like peanut league.
They had that ball that was hit at the Brad Miller that went right over his head. He read that terribly. There was two balls in that were hit the right field at Kingery. He was just spinning. That might have been when he got his concussion.
He kind of ran into the wall a little bit.
And you're just
then he ran to the wall and then just started. It looked like he was racing to freeze from Atlanta. Like, he ran to the wall and was just booking it down the warning track. Like, how do you even get into that position as an MLB outfielder?
It just looks.
You should never be running horizontally on the warning track.
I've never seen 2 guys play so out of position in my entire life, and like, I think we get into this thing where like people just believe that the Phillies broke him because they made him play other positions. I mean, I don't really necessarily agree with that. I hate when people say shit like that. It's like, well, if they would have just kept him in second base, no matter what, they're still giving him at bats, and he's not doing anything with his at bats. I don't care where he plays in the field, and to be honest, I don't think that has anything to do with why he's playing poorly, why he's hitting poorly. It has nothing to do with it.
If it does have something to do with it, then it's all mental, and he wasn't ready for the MLB.
Not one bit. He proved how little he actually mattered to the Phillies. If that really is why he was completely fucked mentally.
Yeah. So Vinny Velasquez, his last 17 innings, he's given up 9 hits, 9 strikeouts, 8 walks, and 3 runs, all earned.
I think they're all solo home runs too.
I'm pretty sure they were. But that's not a bad, other than the walks and but other than that, it's not a bad line. Like, it's not, and he's won all 3 games, I think. So, like, I don't know what else you want more from the guy. Let's stop with the outfield talk right now. Like,
that's ridiculous. Yeah, he had 6 innings against Milwaukee, 4 hits, 1 earned run, and it was a solo home run, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Then 5 1/3 against Atlanta, 2 hits, again 1 solo home run, 3 walks, 6 Ks. Then 5 2/3 against Toronto, 3 hits, again solo home run, 3 walks, and 7 Ks. So, I mean, it's Atlanta and Toronto last 2 games away. Like, they're potent offenses, and he's only let up 1 solo home run in each game. Like, he's been an absolute bright spot, and it's like huge because he's not really taxing the bullpen as much as you thought he would as a starter.
No.
Right, and like you said, with the whole Matt Moore debacle, he's been the one bright spot.
He's stepped up. I mean, he hasn't done anything really to like lose a rotation spot at this point. He kind of earned one, and until he messes up, he's pretty much cemented in that rotation at this point.
Guy ran out of the baseline.
I wonder if
So.
I wonder if he has Danny's car.
It probably does.
If he's running to Port Richmond, do you think he can find Danny's car?
Yeah, please.
Yes. It was funny because TCan rises. He's my buddy. He's like, I need some Diamond Club fix. I'm like, well, we gotta go.
Isn't his real name Keith?
Keith, yeah. I was like, we gotta go find Danny's car then.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, and John's in Zimbabwe stuck in traffic, so it's gonna be a while.
Dude, that was insane. So we had a game against Devon Prep, and Devon Prep is in Devon PA.
Devon PA sucks.
So I had to take 76 coming back, and I don't know when the last time you guys have taken 76, but it's pretty much a fucking parking lot.
It's so bad, yeah.
From 5 o'clock to 7, it's a parking lot.
Well, especially because of the way that the Walt Whitman Bridge is now from 76. Turns to one lane at some point.
It's a parking lot at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
like 76 is probably one of the worst highways in the
world.
So
yeah, you were stuck in a parking lot for hours. My car got stolen. Jeff Bezos kidnapped me, as you can see, I'm in his warehouse still. And it's been a nightmare the last couple of days, but here we are. We made it.
I'm actually shocked that we were able to actually get this going today.
Hey, you're on your phone, like.
Oh, by the way,
trying.
Shout out to
Apple.
AirPods. Shout out to Apple for the AirPods. I mean, I feel like a complete moron for ever not using this. I know it's funny. I had Steve Pearl from Barstool on my podcast on the Frozen Rope one a couple months, maybe like 2 months ago, right before the season started. I had him on, and when we were me and him were talking, I noticed that he was using his AirPods, and I'm like, damn, dude. I'm like, I look like a fucking moron. I'm out here with my fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah, they should be. But like, I'm sitting here with fucking headphones on, a microphone. This dude's just using AirPods. That's it.
Just laying on his couch on his AirPods.
Just staring at me. I'm like, all right. Like
a little overdressed at his party.
Yeah, like exactly.
So I'm in a group chat with TCan Rises and his dad just texted us and says, not only do we not know what a strike is anymore, we don't know what the base path is as well, because that guy just ran out of the base path and they called him safe. I don't even think he was that much out of the base path. I mean, but he compared to the Andrew McCutcheon play, that dude did go to Port Richmond, picked up your car, and came back.
Where did he run though? Where did he run into I didn't see it, so I'm not watching it. But did he run into did he go towards the grass or did he go towards the outfield?
He went towards he was coming from third to home. He went towards the grass, so he wasn't that far from the grass.
I don't think they do much from third to home. Is that where you said third to home?
Yeah.
So he ran like towards the pitcher mound, kind of, I guess, like into the field.
No, the other side.
He ran towards the crowd.
He can.
Yeah. Yes.
You're allowed to.
Yeah. So
that's not out of the base path. Running home is when you're. I don't know if you ever seen it, but when runners are on third, they step all the way out.
No, I don't know if this would be different because the bases were loaded and it was a forced play.
Doesn't matter.
So, okay.
I
don't think he was that out of the base path. Like compared to McCutcheon's, he was out of the base path.
McCutcheon, but that's different. McCutcheon's was in the field of play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you're coming home, you're allowed to go around. You're allowed to go back towards, because they say it's because of foul ball territory. If you're on third, you're coming home that way. You're allowed to be that far out. That doesn't count as runs more than 3 feet away from a direct line between bases to avoid being tagged or to hinder a fielder.
Yeah, I don't know if third to home is different. I don't know.
I think third to home is different.
I know there is the three. Once I forget what the hell they call it. Once you decide what your base path is, and you can't defer 3 feet either way. But I don't know if there's a difference between third and home.
I'm almost positive there's a difference between third and home.
All bases.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know the exact.
I mean, see, I don't know that exact rule either, but I've seen where guys are all the way off when they're even on third. You're definitely more than 3 feet off when you're A lot of guys
right.
are more than 3 feet off when they're taking leads off a third.
Yeah, I guess it starts
you know what I mean?
like
So,
where you when the ball starts in play, where you like decide that your base path is going to be. Then I guess you can't defer 3 feet after that fact.
I've seen guys take. I mean, again, this is like high school baseball, but like I've seen guys go all the way out and take a wide stride to home because of foul ball, and they allow it to happen. That's only. I didn't
even see the play, so
yeah, me neither. So I can't even judge where the fuck it was or what it even looked like. But I'll take your guy's word for it that he was out of the base path.
Andrew McCutchen has as many home runs as May as Ohtani.
That's impressive.
What's so what 6? You're saying?
He's got
7 now.
So what you're saying is he's better than Ohtani or just as good?
Stop it. This is not the Bryce Harper, Odubel Herrera chat. Get out of here. So, yeah, right now the NL home run leaders in May are Arenado, Crawford, and now McCutchen for May.
Isn't it wild that Brandon Crawford is in that conversation?
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense.
Dude, Brandon,
I think he's so underrated. I don't think he gets enough.
I think he's underrated too.
I guess because he's out in San Fran, and obviously in the East Coast, we're not going to see much of him if you're not like the average baseball fan. I just feel like he's a very underrated player.
Who's this?
Brandon Crawford.
I'm sorry, Brandon Crawford.
100%. Me and him share a birthday.
Oh, great, bro! I was just actually looking at my birthday partners or whatever you call them.
He's the only. He's probably the coolest one I have.
Mine are absolutely trash.
I actually do have another great baseball player, but technically it was only in a movie. Gina Davis is also someone I share a birthday with, and she's was a great baseball player in a movie. That's just about it.
Yeah, mine are terrible. I forget who they were. I had a lot of beautiful women, no sports. Even Mendez.
My wife, my brother, by far have the two best ones. My wife is May 2nd. She shares a birthday with the fucking Rock.
That's awesome.
And then my brother has December 30th. He shares his birthday with LeBron James, Tiger Woods. It's like the greatest athletes ever were born on December 30th.
So
it's stupid.
December 30th, 9 months before March 30th. I'll make sure I mark that in my calendar. I'm taking my wife somewhere nice.
Yeah,
we have a baby on December 30th.
Make sure, dude. The greatest athletes of all time were all born on December 30th. It's pretty fucking wild. There's somebody else. Yeah. It doesn't just.
I share a birthday with Beethoven.
The dog or the musician?
The musician.
Probably the dog. The dog.
Like mine starts off with Eva Mendez, who's a beautiful woman, and then my number 2 is Joe Exotic. So I just turned my phone off.
Joe Exotic, that dude rocks.
He does rock, but I don't want to necessarily that associated with him.
Hakeem, I forgot Hakeem the Dream. That's right, another one.
Yeah, mine doesn't look anything like that.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Justin Fields. That's cool, I guess. Not really. Yeah, my list is trash. Fucking Joe Exotic.
Yosemite Sam I share a birthday with. 2 gingers. Oh, that's just funny.
Oh my god. Dude, I feel like we came into this with like so many topics, or we thought we had topics, and we were able to I don't even know. Did we even cover all of our topics tonight?
I don't even think we talked about the Phillies yet, did we? I don't know what's going on. My brain is not working well.
We're 44 minutes in, and I'm almost positive we talked about Stott.
No, yeah.
Talk about that.
And we did talk about the emergence of Stott and Maton. Yeah.
What else?
Big. What do they call him? Big Stick Nick? Is that the new
Big Stick Nick?
I think I made that up. I never seen it before I said it. Pretty sure I coined that term.
Well, guess what? Right. It's definitely gonna be our hashtag on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, I hashtagged it probably a few days ago. So I don't know if someone did that before that, but if it does blow up, I do want credit.
Dude, I saw somebody. You know what? It was Kev Schwer texted me the other day, Dan, and he said he wants it to be known that he coined the term the Shohei Kid or something, the Shohei Kid, instead of the Say Hey Kid. He wanted that to be known that he coined that term. So right now is where we are coining that he said that first. I don't think anyone's gonna say it, but but I'm almost positive he wants it to be known that he said it. So
now they're saying Showtime for Tony. He said Showtime.
yeah, dude. When he remember when he, it's funny.
He's
like,
great people.
You don't know him probably, Chris, but like when Obama was a thing, he wrote a big thing with it said Schwobama. His last name Schwer. So it just, but he had like the 4 fucking now, like it was like that weird blocks.
Did it like
with
the
like
change?
The different colored blocks and stuff. That was dude, it was great. But yeah,
stop trying to make fetch happen.
I'm not gonna try. I will not make fetch happen. I will not even attempt that. But yeah, I mean, do you guys have anything else tonight?
I don't know.
Trying to think.
Danny hasn't been on, so we don't, and we haven't had a Danny Hart pitch or a take.
I mean, I was on last week. I think.
Were you on last?
I thought last week was when me. No, you weren't. You were on.
I was definitely on last week.
You're on last week. You weren't on the week before because last week was the week that we had. I think we had. Yeah,
we talked about a lot of weird shit last week. I think.
Yeah, Casey Anthony was mentioned last week.
Yeah. And now we're talking about obtuse angles and fucking.
Yeah.
Joe Exotic.
How the baselines are.
Jeff Bezos kidnapped you.
Don't say that too loud. I think he's upstairs.
Dan, what's your beer of the night? What's your beer of the night?
Sponsored by Red Bull. It's my mind's not in the right spot. I'm trying to get some activity going over here. I still got a lot to do.
Fucking right. All right. Well, well, you know what? We'll let you get to that. How about that?
All right.
We'll let you get to that. Hopefully you find your car. If anyone can you tell everyone what kind of car you have? So
I have a white Ford Escape, 2017. There's like 4 of them that happen to be around my neighborhood, so you probably won't find it, or you'll find someone else's and try stealing theirs for me. But yeah, I'm kind of chalking it up at this point. I just hope I kind of hope they find it, even if it's smashed, so we can like get going with the insurance. Like I hope it's not 30 days later and then you find it and it's okay. Like, or I just want it to be quick, whatever it is. I don't feel like keep dealing with this shit for 30 days because they have 30 days to find it. So. And then what?
It's considered dead.
Yeah, after 30 days, like my insurance, they said if it's found, I pay my deductible and they fix whatever's wrong with it if there is anything wrong, or if it's not salvageable, they just I guess send me a check for the value of the car. Okay. And then if it's going for 30 or more, they just chalk it up and I guess send me the value. I don't really know, but I just hope whatever happens. I don't feel like because I'm moving next weekend, like it's gonna be a pain in the ass with everything. I'd rather just get it over with. But so hopefully it's either found and fine, or found and not fine, and we just move on.
Well, Dan, God bless you. I hope
either way.
I hope that you know the next couple of days are at least somewhat easier on you.
Yeah, they should be. We'll see.
Is that going to be your hot take for this week? That you have an easy week?
that he doesn't get his car stolen. My hot take is he doesn't get his car stolen this week.
Yeah, I do have a rental. I was going to say I can't get another car stolen if I don't have one, but we'll hope that rental's still out there. That'll be hard to explain. And hopefully I'll get out of this Jeff Bezos warehouse by next week. That'll be nice.
That'd be really nice.
So we'll see. And next week I'll definitely have a beer instead of a 73-ounce Red Bull.
And we can just relax. and we can relax.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
that'll be nice.
So tomorrow we have I have the Frozen Road podcast that will be on. That again we'll be sharing that all over the place. Danny will be on with me again, and we'll be talking about everything around the league going on, from Tony La Russa being a fucking dinosaur to who. What else did I send you, Dan? I sent you a whole list. Oh, the A's are possibly going to be on the move. A ton of different shit. We're going to be talking
no hitters again.
Yeah, I bet it.
5 no hitters is ridiculous, and well, technically 6 because they count. They didn't count the one. But 5 no hitters so far.
Yeah.
I think it would be great if Nashville got the A's, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Nashville would be cool.
I think that, hey, you heard it here first. I think I said it to you both the other day. I think Nashville is the best possible destination for them. They're looking for a baseball team. They want a baseball team, and
somebody's minor league team's there, and it does well.
Yeah, Nashville's up and coming town, so it's not.
It's a great time.
Haven't been.
And from what I heard, it's like last year. Well, I know last year during the offseason, they were talking about a Nashville team possibly being a thing, and Dave Dombrowski was a part of that. Who knows? Dave Dombrowski could easily lead the Phillies and just to become a. We saw Billy Beane do it. Billy Beane was another part. From what I heard, Billy Beane was another part of that ownership group. It was going to be Dombrowski, Justin Timberlake, and Billy Beane were the three that were going to apparently be a part of this. So, if Nashville's able to get a team together, don't be shocked if it's them three that are in front of it. But again, we'll talk about all that tomorrow. We will be back on to next week, hopefully on regular time. We're usually Mondays.
Yeah.
But again, it's been a rough week for everybody, especially Danny. God bless him.
Shit happens.
And so next week we'll be back. We'll be back at 8. Is that what we're doing? 8 next week?
I'll be on tomorrow.
Monday night at 8. Yeah, I'll be cool.
Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow talking hockey, and then I'll be on Saturday afternoon early with CEV talking just all sports.
All right, perfect. There you go. We got all that going on. We have a lot going on in the next couple of days.
Definitely check out the Frozen Rope. It's good baseball talk for the baseball fans out there.
Let's go.
Thank you, sir.
But
I just don't understand why you guys didn't think Scott. I don't know why Scott Kingery didn't make your All-Star team. Very disappointed in you guys.
He was.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was one of my alternates.
The team needs a bat boy.
True.
They need someone.
They need someone to give the pitchers confidence when they throw bullpens.
He doesn't even have confidence.
That's what I'm saying. He'll give all the pitchers confidence when they're pitching to him in simulated games for practice.
He can be the ball girl.
He is good looking, the homo.
There you go. This is for Keith. Hey, ball girl. And I think he just rolled out.
Oh, Jack Fritz just showed up. It's whooping John's ass right now.
Yeah, so. All right, so thanks, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you next Monday in a short few days. Make sure to check out Danny and John tomorrow on the Frozen Rope, and I'll be on at 5:30 talking Flyers and NHL playoffs. And that's it. Good luck with your card, Danny.
Yeah, but it'll be all good either way.
Yeah. All right, John, I don't know if you're watching, but you just
bob and weave, John. Bob and weave.
Look out for Jack. He might headbutt you. Later.
All right, brother.